Two changes at the start of the second half. Coming in as number 10, George Lowe, being replaced by number 16, William Pryor.
You said George was coming on there, Pryor Tax coming
Good afternoon and welcome back to the second half of Poole Town here at home against Uxbridge. The Dolphins currently leading by 3-0 in this one. Don't think there's been any half-time substitutions from Poole Town. I can see there's 2 here for number 14, Kyle Bailey, coming onto the field. Kyle Bailey, another player who signed in the summer. He actually played professionally out in Malta, Norway and Scotland. And number 15, Harry Rush, is also coming on to the field as we are looking to get underway very, very shortly. More of the same in the second half, Ollie?
Yeah, I mean, you'd hope so. You know, not shooting towards the shed end, which is unusual for us second half, but I think taking that 3-0 lead is just so important, and hopefully we can get a fourth and just kind of settle any nerves.
100%. I mean, it would be certainly some second half if Uxbridge were to come back into this game and get anything out of it, but I mean, you never know, Ollie. Anything can happen at this level of football. Really wouldn't surprise me. We've seen so many times this season where sides have been 3-0 up and ended up, well, bottling it and missing out on all 3 points, but I think it would take quite a lot from Uxbridge to get back in this game. The referee just blowing his whistle one too many times, and Shaquille Gwengwe is going to have to retake the second half kickoff. And there we go. We're underway for the second half here at Tattenham. Poole Town leading by 3, 45 minutes to play. As Adam Parks launches it long, looking for Diaz, picked up by Slim Side. And you're right, Ollie, that sun is definitely set now, and it's started to become a little bit more chilly out there at the moment. Chris Campbell looking to drive forward down that right flank. Still holds on to the ball. Set back to Corey Jordan. And at centre half alongside Owen Dorr. Ryan Campbell and Chris Campbell make up the back 4. Billy Lowe's, Harvey Slade are holding midfielders today, with Antonio Diaz, Slim Saeed and Ayo in front of them, and Shaquille Gwengwe leading the line. Gwengwe, who has scored his 21st Southern League Premier South goal of the season, up to 24 in all competitions now for the Dolphins this season. Throwing on the far side. Do apologise if you can hear the Uxbridge manager over our commentary. Here's Gwengwe, looking to set it back, and it's a ball over the top, and it's not a bad ball at all. Owen Dorr comes across the cover and back to Parks, who deals with it, and the referee has awarded Poole Town a free kick there. Did get a little bit nervous when the referee blew his whistle there. Thought he may, give Uxbridge a free kick in an advanced position, but I think we'll certainly take that, although Owen Dorr has stayed down here, and this isn't a good look for Poole.
No, it might be a twist of the knee, possibly. It was a bit of an awkward landing for Owen there. But he is back up on his feet now. Oh.
Well, things are starting to all over on the far side, and Chris Campbell needs to be really careful over there because he has been shown a yellow card already in this game, and he's certainly not someone we want to lose at the start of the second half. I have absolutely no idea what went on over there, though. Genuinely not a clue, because it was off the pitch. I think it might have been Chris Campbell and one of the Uxbridge players involved, and now we just have to wait and see what the outcome is here. As the referee having a word with the linesman, who maybe did have a better angle of the proceedings which just happened. The referee's just telling both sets of players to walk away from him while we wait for the ref to have a chat. I think, well, hopefully it wasn't Chris Campbell involved originally, because we certainly do not want to lose him.
No, we don't. And obviously going down to 10 men, that momentum shift could be massive in this game. So got to make sure Chris is on his best behaviour in this second half.
Well, this does not look good. The referee is calling Chris Campbell over here. And Having a chat with him and the number 10 of Uxbridge, George Moore. Well, we're just praying at the moment the referee doesn't produce a card here. It's right over on the other side of the pitch, so it's slightly difficult to see. I think the referee, thankfully, has not produced any cards. That was a proper nervy moment there, Ollie.
Yeah, it was one of those where you just don't know whether he's going to pull out that yellow card, but yeah, Chris has really got to be sensible now for the next 20 minutes before I reckon he'll be taken off just in case.
Well, Chris Campbell's now left the scene. Looks like we have almost switched to a 3-back at the start. Chris Campbell was almost playing as a right winger at times in this game, a position that he has played a number of times in his career. Adam Parks playing it forward. Diaz unable to get there first, and Uxbridge win the second ball. Owen Dorr comes across to cover and does just that. Gwengwe flicking it on, looking for Diaz. Great touch out his feet from Diaz. Looks to lob the goalkeeper, and it's onto the roof of the net. What an audacious effort that was there from Antonio Diaz, just onto the roof of the net.
Yeah, brilliant touch there from Diaz, just to keep the ball alive, and then, like you say, he went for that audacious little chip, but just about goes over onto the roof of the net.
Well, we have seen some fantastic goals so far this season, but that really would have been probably the pick of the bunch if Antonio Diaz wasn't able to lob the goalkeeper from there, just over the bar. Still 3-0 to Poole if you're just joining us here. Uxbridge play it forward, looking to play out from the back. Corey Jordan launching it forward, well defended by Uxbridge again. They let the ball roll, and there's a little bit of space here from the visitors to play their way around the Poole Town backline, and they've done it quite nicely so far. Ryan Campbell comes across, but the number 10 of Uxbridge, George Moore, continuing to press really high at the moment, and Uxbridge have kept the ball in play. Ball into the area, headed away by Ryan Campbell. The Poole Town player has stayed down on the deck. That might be, I think it is Corey Jordan. It's down, well, certainly feeling something. Chris Campbell rather has eventually kicked the ball out of play, but Corey Jordan looks in quite some discomfort here.
Yeah, I think he's either been winded or the ball's hit him in the face, because I don't think it's any sort of muscular issue. I think it was just a bit of a shock.
Ayo just having a chat with the Uxbridge backroom team there. Don't think he was too pleased that Uxbridge didn't kick the ball out earlier, although it did take Chris Campbell quite a few seconds to actually kick the ball out of play. There's been a lot of stoppages during today's game so far. Do you want to give us a quick run through of some scores on the doors from the Southern League Premier South so far this afternoon? There's probably about 8 or so games on today, with the likes of Walton and Hersham, Plymouth Parkway in the FA Trophy action.
Yeah, sure thing, Connor. So, obviously, Poole Town is 3-0 up against Uxbridge, and then we've got Bracknell Town 2-0 down against Wimborne Town. Evesham United 3-0 up against Taunton Town. Farnham Town also 2-0 up against Tiverton. Hungerford Town versus Chertsey Town is still 0-0. And then we've got Sholing 2, Dorchester Town 1, Weymouth 0-0 with Berkhamsted, and then Yate Town are losing 1-2 goals against Havant and Waterlooville.
Some really interesting scores from the games in the Southern League Premier South today. None of them are really going our way as it stands, which is obviously not fantastic for us, but we're doing our job here at Tattenham today, currently leading by 3 against Uxbridge. Gwengwe brings it down onto Chris Campbell, looking for the return of Shaquille Gwengwe, and it's a really good ball onto Diaz down the right flank here. Diaz onto his left foot, ball into the area, looking for Ayo at the back stick, and well, I don't think we'll probably ever see that ball again. It's been cleared right out of the stadium. I think it may be a corner kick. Potentially a throw-in instead. I'm not too sure if it was a corner or a throw-in over there, actually. Well, it is the corner. And Ayo is the one that's standing over it. Chris Campbell is going over to take, though. Well, we haven't seen too many corner goals so far this season. There's been a few, but not too many to note. Let's see if we can score from this one. Chris Campbell standing over it. Poole Town have left Ryan Campbell, Billy Lowe's and Antonio Diaz all waiting on the halfway line. Chris Campbell to take. As he steps up, plays it into the air. It's not a bad ball in there. Corey Jordan was coming in looking to get his head on it. It's eventually fallen to the feet of the substitute Harry Rush for Uxbridge. And cuts it back inside and launches long. Ball's up in the air. Billy Lowe's is there first, but can only find the feet of the Uxbridge man. Joe Lowell coming forward, plays it onto the number 2, Cole Brown here. Set back to the edge. There could be a chance for a shot here for the visitors. They do shoot goalwards. It's a great block by Owen Dorr. Back out to Brown for Uxbridge. Shoot goalwards, and it's a great save from Park. Still alive, and it's really good defending at the back stick. I think it might have been Antonio Diaz who swung a leg at it and cleared it away as the Uxbridge player was waiting to tap it home. I mean, firstly, what a fantastic save from Parks, and that probably should have been a free kick there on Antonio Diaz, would you say, Ollie?
Yeah, I think the referee's just missed it there. Just a foul on Diaz. He got to the ball first, and it was really important he did because not sure which Uxbridge player was at the back post, but he was waiting to tap in. And yeah, it was a really good save from Parks. He had to see it through a few different bodies, I think.
Uxbridge now back on with the game. Here's Harry Rush, ball into the area, did goals, and that was never troubling Adam Parks as it goes behind for a goal kick. Uxbridge have had a fairly decent start to this second half, though. We need to be careful they don't find a way back into this game.
Yeah, I think their danger man looks to be number 10, George Moore, who seems to be getting on the ball a bit and breaking into Poole's box. But, you know, as long as we stay solid like we did in the first half and defensively sound, hopefully we do keep the clean sheet in this game and hopefully add another few more goals.
100%. I think it's vital to try and get our goal difference as high as we possibly can. Harry Rush doing well with it on the left-hand side. Ryan Campbell's there first, looking for Saeed, who leaps, doesn't get there. Both sides playing a little bit of pinball at the moment, but it's fallen Poole's way, and now Ayo breaking down the left-hand side again. Still progressing forward here. Ayo into the area now. Cuts it back and has been well tackled over there. Slim side keeps the attack alive. It's got a number 2, Cole Brown, on him, and that will be a free kick to Poole Town here in an attacking position now, Ollie.
Yeah, great work once again from Salim Saeed. Just his low centre of gravity, you know, it helps him get around so many players, and you know they try and get close to him, but you know the little change of pace, little turn of the body, and he's won us a foul. And like you say, Connor, a really dangerous position here.
Ref, come on!
Yeah, chance for us to get the ball into the area now.
Ref!
Chris Campbell and Antonio Diaz both standing over this one. So we've probably played about 60 minutes here at Tattenham. It's Poole Town 3, Uxbridge 0 as it stands. And potential chance to make it 4 here if we can find the back of the net. Chris Campbell standing over it. Well, the Uxbridge manager and the backroom team are getting in the linesman's face here, which is rather unnecessary. Chris Campbell whips it into the area, looking for Corey Jordan at the back post, and he heads it wide. Well, it's rather unnecessary from the Uxbridge backroom team. They're getting in the face of the linesman. I mean, it's not his fault that Chris Campbell's moved the ball a yard.
I mean, yeah, it was literally a yard as well. I'm not sure it'd make a massive difference for the free kick, but you know, I think that's just the built-up frustration from this game and losing 3-0 at the minute.
You can see just how frustrated this Uxbridge backroom team are. There's plenty of them as well. They've got quite a lot of coaches on the bench, and they're certainly displeased with their performance and, for some reason, the linesman's performance today. I don't think the linesman's really put a foot wrong, in all honesty. Slade clears it up in the air. Harry Rush heading it to his teammate, and it's hooked over the top now. Ryan Campbell challenging it in the air, and he gets there first. Looking for Gwengwe. That's a really good challenge on that again, and falls to Salim Saeed. Uxbridge getting back in numbers. Saeed with the ball in the hind, looking for Gwengwe, and it will go all the way through to Olowski. And Uxbridge get on with the game again. CJ Fern launching it long. Ryan Campbell is there first again, and that will go out of play on the near side. Poole Town still leading by 3, and there's a beautiful sunset setting over Tattenham now. Pink skies over there. It's always a lovely sight to see, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful little sunset there. Not sure Staunton will be too happy though, because I think Shaq's just taken a lump out of the grass there as he went for that sliding challenge.
Yeah, you can see it still, just sitting on the grass at the moment, a lump of mud. Both sides battling away. Here's Ayo. Oh, what a fantastic touch out his feet from Ayo that is, and it will be a Poole Town throw-in right over by us here in the dugout area. Ryan Campbell taking his time before he throws this one into play. Here's Salim's side, good touch out of his feet, sets it back to Harvey Slade, although that will be a clear free kick there. The referee allowing the game to continue, and Corey Jordan's jumped in, and the referee has pulled it back for the advantage there. And I'll be surprised if that isn't a yellow for Harvey Slade. There was quite a nasty challenge.
Yeah, but the referee doesn't look like he's calling Harvey over, so maybe he's going to let that one go.
I actually think the referee's managed this game quite well. He's not shown too many yellow cards. He's been quite fair in his decision making. He's been consistent too. I think he's having a good game so far.
Yeah, he's letting the game flow really well, so that's all the referee can do really. I think, yeah, like you say, he's having a good game.
Uxbridge play the ball into the air. It's a good ball to the back post. Chris Campbell does well to deal with it in the first place. Diaz eventually clears it away. It will be interesting to see how long until we make some substitutions in this game. You see Uxbridge have already made 2 so far. They have a full bench today in Ade Olonwiya, who's recently signed again for the Dolphins. Charlie Davis, Ike Hill, Scott Rolls and Henry Spalding all on the bench as well. Launch forward now. Out to the number 2, Cole Brown, looking to take on his man. Set back to George Moore. Away from Ao, Moore into the area. Good ball in there, away by Owen Dorr. Slim side, plucks out the air.
It's Mahrez, reincarnated.
Into Shaquille Gwengwe. Great touch, ball in behind, looking for Diaz, who's onside here. Throw on goal, Antonio Diaz, and it's a brilliant stop by Olowski in goal to deny him. It was a great move once again, Ollie.
Yeah, really good work from Shaq and Salim there, linking up, and then Shaq playing a lovely little through ball into Diaz, one-on-one, but I think the angle just got closed down a little bit, but he forced a good save from the keeper.
Here's Cole Brown. Set to number 15. Harry Rush. It's a chance for Uxbridge to come forward once again. They are creating opportunities in this game, but they're also sending men forward, which does leave gaps at the back. Ball into the area, dealt with by Harvey Slade. Back out to Toby and Azozi. Ball into the box, decent ball in there. Owen Dorr away, and Ao's got time to turn here and now break forward for Poole. Does slow it down a little bit, finds Billy Lowe's, who we haven't seen too much of so far today, Billy Lowe's. Still Lowe's. Away from his man, continuing to battle away. Lowe's does well, looking for Saeed, unable to find him. Good work there. I think you can probably tell when we're performing well in games, when Billy Lowe's maybe almost doesn't get too involved, would you say?
Yeah, you know, he hasn't actually... What he's best at, Billy, is putting out fires, and in this game, like you say, he hasn't really had to do much, so it's one of his best games so far.
Uxbridge with the ball at the back as it stands. Back to number 4. Switches it to the left-hand side. Still 3-0 to the Dolphins as it stands here. Probably just over 25 minutes to play as Blues launch it forward. Ryan Campbell there first, onto Lowe's. Finds Ao out in space down this left flank here. Ao goes all the way back to Adam Parks. Eventually clears it long. I think a 4th goal in this game, I mean, it's not a necessity, but we'll certainly take it at this point in the game, Ollie.
Yeah, 100%, because Oxbridge are just, you know, they're throwing a few men forward, which you'd expect in this game, and a 4th goal would really put this one to bed.
Poole Town free kick here, and it is going to be our first substitution of today's game. I wouldn't be surprised if it is Ao to come off, and I think that is the change set and ready. Ao off, Ike Hill on. Ike, who's not started much in recent weeks, but had a fantastic beginning to the season. I mean, I think he's already found the back of the net 5 times so far this campaign. I mean, he's the sort of player you want to be bringing off the bench, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%. You know, great performance from Ao once again, getting a goal, which is will just do the world of good for him again, for his confidence. And yeah, Ike looked really good off the bench against Havant and Waterlooville, and hopefully see more of the same here today. Or tonight, I should say, as the sun really has set now.
Uxbridge launching it long. Ryan Campbell needs to be careful here, and Dawes come across the cover, does play it off his teammate, and that will surely be a free kick there, and Dawes goes down. Poole Town still breaking forward, although that's good defending by Uxbridge's number 6 there. Lowe's jumps into the challenge, and now Poole can break forward through. Salim Saeed, options left and right here. He finds IK Hill with a little bit of space. Into the area now, IK up against his man. Left foot, plays it across the face of goal, and there's no one there to tap it home. Harvey Slade just about keeping the ball in play. Sets it back to Salim Saeed now. Saeed onto Lowe's. Slade's making a great run in behind. IK Hill dancing his way around the men. Does well just to hold on to the ball. Needs to release it though. Finds Chris Campbell. Now in that right back role once again. Still Chris Campbell. Gets round one. Good footwork from him and takes it by the corner flag. I think that may go behind for a goal kick. Looking back to that IK Hill chance, it was great work down that left flank.
Yeah, IK's had a really bright introduction here. Getting on the ball, he just shimmied past his fullback there down the left-hand side. Put a really good ball in, but that's where you'd expect to see Shaq. But I think Shaq was maybe expecting a pullback possibly. And yeah, the chance just goes begging.
Here's Ryan Campbell now. Into Lowe's, looking for the run of IK Hill, who almost looks like he's in an interchangeable number 9 role with Shaquille Gwengwe. I mean, that's something you see so much from this Poole side, which probably says just how intelligent these footballers are at the moment. Is they're interchangeable in that front line, aren't they? You could see Salim playing up top at times. You can see Shaq playing up top. They switch around constantly, don't they?
Yeah, it's a really good point. You know, when IK Hill did actually come on last week against Havant and Waterlooville, he did come on for Shaq, I believe, in that number 9 role. So, you know, they probably practice it in training.
Chance here for Uxbridge on the edge of the area, shot into the hands of Adam Parks. That's a real chance there for the visitors, Ollie.
Yeah, just as we were saying about our attacking threats, they have they show their own quality there. Shot forcing Parksy into a save, but he makes good work of it. But we have got to be careful here, Connor, because Uxbridge are producing some more chances and better than they did in the first half.
It does seem like that goal might just be round the corner for Uxbridge, who are definitely growing into this game. But as I mentioned just a few moments ago, as they send more players forward, there's gaps at the back here for Uxbridge. Salim Saeed into Diaz now, onto Shaquille Gwengwe. Could be another chance for Poole. Shaq shoots goalwards and it's into the hands of Olowski. Another half chance there, which we probably could have done better with, in all honesty. This game's end-to-end at the moment. There's so much action going on out there. Cole Brown looking to drive forward. Slightly late challenge there by Saeed. Apologies if you can hear any inappropriate language over our commentary here. Both sets of sides are really up for this game at the moment. IK Hill round the corner into Saeed. Good touch out of his feet. Surely brought down there. The referee correctly pulling it back despite Uxbridge's backroom team's complaints. I think the attendance there was 588. That's not too bad at all for a cold Saturday afternoon. We'll certainly take that. And the referee's just calming things down here with the Uxbridge players, and they are going to make another change very, very shortly with Liam Pryor-Tack looking to come on. Liam Pryor-Tack, who spent 3 seasons at Bracknell Town before joining in the summer. I think they may wait until his free kick is taken though. Ryan Campbell is the one standing over it. So we've played about 25 minutes into the second half, just over 20 to go. Ryan Campbell launching it forward, looking for Chris Campbell. Lets the ball roll. Harvey Slade continues to press over there. And Corey Jordan there first. Up in the air, flicked on. It's not a bad flick too. Antonio Diaz looking to get involved. Falls to Slade again. Jordan now. Good ball into Diaz, and it's an audacious flick round the corner. Chris Campbell slightly mistimed his touch there, which you probably wouldn't see too much from a Ballers League player.
I think he actually went for the little Neymar touch. I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest with you. I've never tried it, but audacious from Chris.
That's a good move here from Uxbridge, and they're breaking forward, and this could be the chance for the visitors. Still driving forward into the box now, played across the face of goal. Still alive in the area, shot almost allowed to get goal and set back. Another shot, and it's over the bar by Uxbridge. Really good defending at the back there from Poole, but that was a big chance for Uxbridge.
Yeah, I do think we have been let off the hook there a little bit. You know, that was a really good chance from Uxbridge. The number 7, Joe Lowell, breaking down the right-hand side, and yeah, chance just goes begging for them.
Another change here for Uxbridge with the number 16, Liam Pryor-Tack, coming on for Toby Ndozi. He's departed the scene. Probably one of Uxbridge's best players out there today, their number 6. He has departed for Liam Pryor-Tack. Adam Parks with a goal kick here. Well, we are leading by 3 in this game if you are just joining us. AO opened the scoring very early on. And Shaquille Gwengwe, the man, the moment himself, made it 2 goals to the good. And then Salim Said just before the break to give us a 3-goal lead. That will be a free kick to Uxbridge in their own half. A foul from Shaquille Gwengwe. And the visitors looking to get on with it quickly. Here's the number 4 now, CJ Fern, Uxbridge's captain today. Ike Hill continuing to press and pressing Uxbridge into a mistake there.
Yeah, Ike's so good with his press. He's so smart of when to jump and when to not. And yeah, he just caught the Uxbridge defender out there.
Ryan Campbell being told to take the throw from a few steps back. Eventually throws the ball into play. Gwengwe battling away, and it will be another Poole Town throw-in here. And I think if there weren't any more goals in this game, I think it's been a comprehensive display based off our first half performance out there. I mean, another goal would be nice, obviously, but we'll certainly take a 3-0 win, wouldn't we?
Yeah, 100% against, you know, a good side. You know, they're no pushovers here, Uxbridge. But yeah, 4th goal would really be the cherry on the cake.
Ryan Campbell throws it into play. Said dancing his way around. It's intricate football again from Poole. Here's Ike Hill driving at the back line of Uxbridge, still driving forward into the area, almost. Ike Hill from the edge shoots goalwards, and it's over the bar. I think that one was always rising there, but again, a decent effort from Ike, and there's been so many shots in today's game, haven't there?
Yeah, we've really let the cannon loose, really, if that's a saying, I'm not sure. But yeah, we've not been afraid to shoot this evening, which is good to see, because, you know, we've been clinical so far, and yeah, hopefully we do get that 4th.
I've got to say, Ollie, your analogies today have been top tier, mate, honestly. The cherry on top of the cake was my favourite of the bunch.
What's the saying?
I think so.
That's where it is.
Ball played forward, picked up by number 10, George Moore, on that right-hand side. Inside now to Harry Rush. It's not a bad-looking ball over the top for the return of George Moore, if he does manage to keep it in play over there. And he's turned away from Chris Campbell. George Moore again, going to get into a shooting position, does just that, and Uxbridge have a goal back in this game. It's brilliant work from George Moore, who did score 21 goals last season for Uxbridge, and he's found the back of the net here today with a curling effort. I mean, it was a great goal in all honesty, Ollie.
Yeah, you know, I think he's been their danger man in this second half, and even in the first half he was picking up the ball in some nice little pockets, and yeah, great finish into the bottom right-hand corner there. And now Poole have really got to stay focused and make sure, you know, that now that 4th is almost essential to make sure Uxbridge don't get back into this one.
Well, this game is certainly back on now. Uxbridge finding the back of the net with a fine finish into the bottom corner. I don't think there was any way Adam Parks was stopping that one. Gwengwe heading it down to Salim's side, and this would be the perfect response if we could find the next goal in this game. Harvey Slade now. Out wide to Diaz. Diaz weighing up his options, finds space for Ike Hill on the edge of the area, just couldn't bring it under. Lowe's jumping into a challenge and has done really well to win it back. Diaz back to Billy Lowe's, and Uxbridge continuing to press really high, and it's an energetic game and an energetic last 20 minutes here at Tattenham. Here's Chris Campbell down that right hand side, finds Salim Said holding onto the ball over there. Diaz, Said again, still dribbling forward, slightly heavy touch, but it falls to Gwengwe. Back to Billy Lowe's from the edge. Lowe's shoots forwards, and that was always travelling wide of the post. But again, a nice move. But you are right, Ollie, we need that 4th in the game now.
Yeah, Billy there just dragging it wide from the edge of the box. But yeah, that 4th is, yeah, like I say, almost essential, because these are Oxbridge players and their staff actually right near us. You can probably hear them right now. They're fired up for their second half. And we've got to make sure they don't get a second, because then it really could become a nervy final 20, 30 minutes in this game.
I think there might just be under 20 minutes to play here. Maybe more like 15, actually. Harry Rush now. Ball played in behind. Corey Jordan is there first, and now Diaz looking to break forward for Poole. On to Billy Lowe's, and he's got time and space to travel with it. Out to Said. Ike Hill's continuing his run down the left flank. Still Salim Said. Cuts inside and looks to take it round his man. Billy Lowe's there first, and he's done so well to keep the ball in play. Ike Hill driving into the air now. He's got so much space and time. Ike Hill Plays it into Slim Saeed, almost into the hands of the goalkeeper, Orlowski. But again, he had so much space and time there to find the perfect pass and was just a metre off it.
Yeah, it was a really good chance because Slim was making the run into the box and all it would have needed was a little tap past the keeper. But IK just to put a bit too much on it there. But yeah, it's a great chance and we've got to make sure we get that fourth and put this game to bed again, which, wouldn't have thought we would have had to do after that 3-0 first half, but Uxbridge have responded well in this game. Here's IK Hill though, winning the ball back high up. Slim Saeed drives through.
Still Saeed progressing forward at pace onto Shaquille Gwengwe, who's in behind here. Shaq, oh, it's just wide. I thought that was nestling into the bottom corner there. It's trickled wide of the post, and it remains 3-1 here at Tattenham. And what a huge chance again, Ollie.
I think everyone in the ground was just waiting for the net to bulge there. It was really unlucky because it just whistled past the post, and even if it just stayed in play, Diaz was right there at the back post to tap in, but unfortunately the ball has not entered the net. Here's Parksy, goes long. Uxbridge win the header. And now Cole Brown keeps it in. Uxbridge have it down the right-hand side here. So they look to take it down the line, and they have. Harvey Slade has won it back though in that far corner. It goes long to IK Hill, and IK Hill brilliantly gives it to Chris Campbell.
Campbell inside to IK again. The score here remains 3-1 as it stands. Slade. Ryan Campbell now out wide to Saeed, who's got a little space down this left flank again. Lowe's on the overlap. Saeed gets onto his right foot. Antonio Diaz is making a lot of space over on the right flank on the opposite side. Here's Chris Campbell. Inside to Slade. Back to Chris again. Just takes his time on the ball. Diaz. Lowe's round the corner looking for Gwengwe, who's turned his man excellently. Gwengwe's in behind again here with the chance, and it's a big stop once again from Orlowski. And chances are going missing at this stage in the game, Ollie, and we need to put one away.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost a nailed on. I think you'd bet your house on Shaq putting the ball away there 1-on-1.
Here's IK Hill still driving forward into Gwengwe in behind again, and the flag's up. And this one might have eventually gone in the back of the net, but it doesn't count as the flag's up and it would have been disallowed. I mean, it's chance after chance, and we just need the next goal in this game because Uxbridge, they're sending players forward and they're going to make their final 2 substitutions here with the number 17 coming onto the field, and that's Bernie Tanner, signed from Enfield Town in the summer, and also the number 12, Luke Kai Hobbs, is coming on, a defender who joined Uxbridge on a permanent deal last season after spending last season and impressing on loan at Basingstoke. And they are the final subs for Uxbridge as Stepney and Cole Brown both depart, and they're attacking changes too. I mean, I think that there will be another goal in this game, Ollie, and I think it may decide it in all honesty. If Uxbridge do score, then it's going to put a really nervy last 5 minutes on this one. But if Poole Town find the back of the net for the next one, then that'll be game done basically, won't it?
Yeah, I think we're approaching the 80th minute here. And like you say, that next goal is vital for either team.
And once again, I do apologise if you can't hear any inappropriate language over the commentary here. That is the Uxbridge management team. And I think there was a bit of confusion whether it was a free kick or a throw-in, because he gave a throw-in and then changed his mind to a free kick. Not too sure about that one, but eventually the game is back underway. Shouts of "get it in the box" from the Uxbridge management team. Here's the number 11, Frank Keiter. Back out to Rush, ball in behind, and that'll go all the way through for a goal kick, and a sigh of relief. To be honest, Ollie, I'm not too sure how we haven't found a fourth in this game based off our second half display.
Yeah, I think, Orlowski has actually been a key part to that. He's had a really good game. He's stopped Shaq twice with 2 really big saves, strong saves on his hand, and if not for that, I think we would have scored at least 5 goals in this game. And we need to get that 4th now to really put this game to bed.
And you could probably hear the Uxbridge manager there just congratulating the goalkeeper because he's keeping them in the game at the moment. But we say that Uxbridge, go down the other end and almost score themselves. So, like, it really is so open at the moment, and either side could find the back of the net for the next one in this game. There's probably about 10 minutes to play here at Tattenham. Ball out to the left-hand side, and that has gone out of play. And Ryan Campbell wearing the captain's armband again. He's basically the club captain at this point in the season, with no Jamie Wisk and obviously Josh Staunton retiring. Ryan Campbell taking that armband on. Slightly surprised it wasn't given to Billy Lowe's, but we know Ryan Campbell has captained Swindon Supermarine last season, the club where he was at for, well, 7 or 8 years. Uxbridge with the ball at the back. Gone all the way back to Orlowski. Gwengwe continues to press, and it's not a great clearance by the goalkeeper, but somehow made its way through. Owen Dorr there first, and Uxbridge do well to just about keep the ball in play. It's a good turn as well. Slim side winning it back, and good touch out of his feet by Ryan Campbell, who danced around 1 and 2. The referee allows the game to continue, shot from the edge, and that was always going over the bar there from the number 11, Frank Cater. Well, it's been a weird game, this one, in all honesty, Ollie. It's been an enjoyable watching, in all honesty. I think the neutral watching this has probably loved the game, because it's been chance after chance for both sides in this one. I think Joe and Pat will be really pleased with our first half display out there. I think they'll be a little bit critical that we haven't taken our chances in the second and put this game to bed as soon as possible, really.
Yeah, the second half has had a much more livelier feel to the game. You know, like you say, the first half we really dominated, and second half Oxbridge have grown back into this one, but I think Pat and Joe would have preferred, or obviously they would have preferred it to have not, you know, had a nervy ending like this. But I think if we do get another goal and, you know, the scoreline finishes 4-1, I think we still definitely take that.
100%, Ollie. I think another goal in this game would be absolutely fantastic. Ball over the top for Uxbridge here, though, and they're running through. Parks has come a long way, and he's dealt with it. It's not a bad ball from Adam Parks, who actually did get an assist on Saturday against Havant and Waterloova, with Shaquille Gwengwe finding the back of the net from his long ball over the top. Lowe's. Heavy touch from him. Uxbridge's goal scorer there. Number 10, still battling away, George Moore. That's a good ball out wide to Kai Hobbs here, up against Ryan Campbell. Slim side has dropped back into a defensive position. We've got almost everyone behind the ball at the moment. Here's the number 17, Bernie Tanner now. Wide, and ball eventually into the air. It's a really poor ball in, but Poole's struggling to deal with it at the moment. Uxbridge piling on the pressure, and they definitely look like the side that's probably more likely to get the next goal in this game. Ball into the box again. Slade deals with it, and now Poole can look to break through IK Hill. Good touch out of his feet, but he's been caught on the ball, and Uxbridge can look to go forward again. Slim side a little bit hesitant in his press there. It's forcing Uxbridge all the way back, though. It's a good press from Slim side, actually.
Yeah, great press, and you can see Joe and Pat were really happy with that as well. Oh, Shaq nearly dispossesses the keeper there as well. But our press has still been solid this second half. You know, we haven't let off, and I'd say for the goal, really, it was a bit of a, maybe just we turned off in focus and a bit of a lapse in judgment, because we have been pretty solid defensively.
I think their goal was maybe more down to individual excellence from their number 10, George Moore, who just curled the ball into the back of the net with a great finish. Uxbridge eventually getting back on with the game, and it's a ball almost to the air, and it will be a throw-in in an attacking position here for the visitors of Billy Lowe's. And it does have a really nervy feel to it at the moment, and this does take me back to games last season where, you know, it was on edge right at the end. And I think I said at half-time, we haven't had a first 45 where we've gone into the break in a comfortable position. We had that today, but it still has that nervy feel about it at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, with I think around 5 minutes left in this game plus stoppage time, you really don't want to concede another goal here, because then they will pile on the pressure. And I think if we wasn't to walk away with all 3 points here, we'd be very disappointed.
Ryan Campbell dealing with it, and it's behind for another goal kick. Probably about 5 minutes to play. We've only made one substitution so far in today's game, and that was IK Hill coming on for AO. We have 4 subs still available. Interesting to see that we haven't looked to the bench much in today's game.
Yeah, obviously on the bench, as a reminder, there is new signing Ade. We've also got Charlie Davis. IK Hill obviously came on, and then it was young Scott Rolls and Henry Spalding to make up that subs bench.
And only IK Hill used from the 5 substitutes today. Parks launching it forward. So Dees heading over there, and Corey Jordan rather deals with it, but it's out for a throw-in on the far side to Uxbridge, and they may have one last chance in this game to try and get something out of it. I mean, I did say just before we ended the first half live stream that there are games this season that have ended 3-0. Chance here, and it's over the bar, and that is a huge chance for Liam Pryor Tack there to find the back of the net as he blazed it over the bar. And we've seen that so many times in today's game alone, where there's been so many chances, and it's almost a surprise there's only been 4 goals in today's game, and we are getting confirmation of the additional minutes here, and Henry Spalding is set to come on as well, and I think Charlie Davis too. Just waiting to see how long it is added on. It's actually not going to be the additional minutes just yet. It is just for the substitution. It's going to be Antonio Diaz departing for Henry Spalding. And Charlie Davis is also set to come onto the field here. And it's going to be Salim Saeed to depart as well for Charlie Davis. What are your thoughts on those 2 subs then, Ollie?
Yeah, really good work from Diaz once again. Looked dangerous as always. And then Salim Saeed, who I think if we do win this game, I think he'd have to be my man of the match for today. I think he was excellent on the ball, off the ball. His pressing work, I think probably one of the best performances I've seen from Saeed today. Yeah, brilliant work.
And Charlie Davis coming onto the field alongside Henry Spalding, 2 players that haven't had loads of minutes recently, but 2 players you can rely on to come off the bench.
Yeah, I think they're almost the perfect players to come on and see this game out, because their hard work will always prevail, and yeah, that's what we need right now, hard graft to see out these 3 points.
Ball up in the air, Billy Lowe's deals with it. That is coming right towards us in the commentary position. Was a little bit nervous that was going to bounce right into the box then. Uxbridge do get back on with the game, and that's a poor ball down the right-hand side from Kai Hobbs there. As this game is slowly drifting away from the visitors and leaning towards the 3-point staying here at Tattenham. There is a big 5 or so minutes still to play here. Ryan Campbell throwing it back into play. Headed up in the air by Carl Bailey. And Uxbridge trying to make the way forward again, and there could be a chance here for the visitors inside the area now, set back to the edge, and it goes behind for another Uxbridge corner, Ollie.
Yeah, I think Uxbridge have actually been quite wasteful in the second half. I think our kit men, Dan and Reedsy, have actually been very busy supplying new balls, because we've lost must have been 4 or 5 balls in the second half, which has just flown out the stadium.
Well, corner taken short. Ball whipped into the area again. Really good ball in there, and Corey Jordan gets a decisive header on that to get it away. Uxbridge still with the ball in the attacking third here. Into the box again. It's not a bad ball in there. Both sides still struggling to clear it. Shot into the barriers behind the goal. And again, I mean, it'll be so interesting after this game to see the stats from our analyst, Webby, who's going to put them together and tell us how many shots both sides have had, because there's probably about 15 each in this game, in all honesty, Ollie.
Yeah, I think that's about right. It's been really end-to-end. Both teams having chances in the second half. It's felt much more open, and that's something that Pat and Joe ultimately wouldn't like, but I'm sure they'll look back at this, and if we do get the 3 points, they'll look at things we can improve, and yeah.
Glenway turning his man and going down. That will be a Poole Town free kick and a yellow card. Again, do apologise for the inappropriate language from the Uxbridge management team. Glenway brought down there, and that is a yellow card. I think it's a little bit of game management there from Glenway, taking the slower opportunity to get back to his feet. Charlie Davis is the one standing over this free kick here, as we are approaching the full-time whistle here, although haven't seen the board for any additional minutes as of yet. Probably about 2 minutes away from that. Davis looking for Chris Campbell. Still Poole Town 3, Uxbridge 1 as it stands. Chris Campbell again. Goes back to Corey Jordan, who hooks it forward. Uxbridge win the ball back though. IK Hill continuing to press on that back line. They're reluctant to go forward at the moment. They do eventually hoof it long. And they've got about 5 forwards up there at the moment, and one of them has won the flick on. There's a chance here. Owen Dorr coming across to cover, and he did really well to get there first, actually.
Yeah, it might be a nervy ending here, despite the 2-goal lead still in Poole's favour.